You can make support and resistance work for you if you just copy this simple system today. Hey fellow traders, been a while? A couple of days. Hey, support and resistance didn't work until I figured out this strategy. The whole point is we all want to trade price action. We all want to trade with support and resistance, supply and demand, trend lines. Now my first introduction to support and resistance or price action was trend line trading, because I started trading long before we had fancy phones and fancy internet and fancy programs. If you think about it, that's actually the best way to learn about support and resistance, because you're in a trend, it goes up and down, it bounces off the resistance, it bounces off the support. You can clearly see where the price is going, as well as the fact trend is your friend and you're staying with the trend. It's very helpful to use those trend lines. But as we grew and as we got older, we learned that we can draw straight lines and we can draw support and resistance. And we draw it in a block form so as it's very difficult to pick a price to bounce off a specific point. But in an area, you get a general area of where the price should be and you work on that area. But just remember guys, trading is a 50-50 game. 50% of the time when you take a trade, you could win, and 50% of the time when you take a trade, you could lose. That's what trading is all about. It doesn't matter what your system is, it doesn't matter what your edge is. That's how trading works. It's all in the psychology. It's all in getting over the fear. People have an ingrained fear in their heads, which it's very difficult to get past and it's very difficult to get over. When you start losing, that fear kicks in, the adrenaline kicks in, and you start doing all the things you said you weren't going to do. That's the problem. You start doing all the wrong things and then you take more loss. You start averaging down, you start trying to hedge, you start doing all these silly things because you took too much of a risk and you've risked far too much money. That's normally the case. And as I always say, 80% of traders lose money. Trading is risky. If you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, you probably shouldn't be trading. While you're here, check out my secret blog. There's a free trade there every day. It's not trading advice, it's just a trading idea. And grab your free Forex book. It's in the index. It might be in the description. I'm not sure. It's a PDF and it's there and it's for you. Go check out this trading system and see if this simple trading strategy will be of any use to you and managing your risk. Support and resistance didn't actually work for me until I understood this simple concept. We're on the DAX here. I'm just going to show you the most important concept with support and resistance is to take we're on the 4-hour chart. You could be on the 1 hour, you could be on the 5 minute. The important thing is to take it to the higher time frame. So let's just take it to the day. If you take this up to the day, it's going to make it a little bit more obvious, right? You can now on your day clearly see, and take it to a line chart so you can see the closing prices. You can clearly see where your actual support level is. There's your support level. If you want to draw a resistance in, you can draw a resistance in here if you want to, but I'm not going to, because I only need the support level at this point. This is why support and resistance can be made so easy when you understand this. Then take it back down to your lower time frame. You can put it on the candles first if you like, and also understand that candles are really important to your trading. You don't have to know a lot about them, but you do need to understand a little bit about them, because you can see a picture simply by looking at your chart. You can see the long red bars. What does a long red bar tell you? It's such a basic thing. The long red bar tells you there's a lot of selling in the market in a hurry, which means this is very, very much a negative trade. It's trending down. The sellers are in. When the buyers come in slowly and they buy and they buy and they buy, and the sellers come in and they force this down fast. And the opposite happens as well. Look, there's some big green bars on the other side here. What you can also clearly see from this trade is you've had a clear downtrend which has been broken, and that's why trend lines come in handy. You can draw your trend line in, put it there, and you can clearly see where it's broken through the trend line. So the downtrend in this product has now broken and it's gone into an uptrend, which means it's perfectly safe now to take a nice long trade. So it'll come down into this main support that you've drawn and go back up. But is it going to go all the way to the top? No, it's going to stop here. And this is years of experience. Just looking at the picture, I can see it without having to do much. If you look left, this is a resistance area. Also, if you look at this, there's a supply here. There's a supply of money waiting right there that's going to catch you out. There's a supply of money waiting for you right in this area here. And that supply of money is what will catch you out. So when you take this trade, you're going to want to take it something like that. You can put your stop loss and validation area anywhere you like below this lower low. You can see there's a big, this is your main support level. If it's out of that support level, it's probably going down. And it's not to say that this won't continue to go down and create a wider trend. Clearly, you see your resistance on the 4 hour has built itself in here. Your main resistance is right at the top here. If you take it to the day and draw this in, you'll find your main resistance level up here. But because we are trading on a daily basis, you can even swing trade this, it's fine. Then you're looking at a situation where this is going into this resistance level here, and you're going to trade it down and trade it out of there. Support and resistance can be very easy once you learn to manage your risk and you keep an eye out for this. When you look at your major resistance support levels, don't forget to look for these little resistance levels or support levels in the market while you're trading. They are important and they do help you to choose your trades. So now that you've seen that trading system, what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like this idea of trading? It's basic price action trading. Over time, you will learn that you can actually look at a chart without even drawing the lines in, and you can see what's happening. You can see where your support is. You can see where your resistance is. You can see where your trends are. You can see the patterns. Patterns are important in a market. The head and shoulders, the double bottom, the triple top, all these different patterns, the cup and handle, they're all there. And if you can sort of zoom out on a chart and look at it and pick up that pattern immediately, that pattern can also give you a good confluence as to what trade you're taking. A good thing to use with this type of system would be the relative strength index. It can tell you if you're overbought, oversold. It also gives you confluence as to if you're overbought and you're thinking of going long because the trade looks good long, you look at the overbought and think, well, maybe I'm getting in a little bit late. Maybe I should just wait for a little bit of a correction before I take my trade. If it's oversold and you're thinking of going long, then you think to yourself, well, this looks like a brilliant trade because it's already gone so far down and it's looking like it's ready to go long. Be careful of that though, because the RSI can confuse you. Because if it's out of trend, you're basically looking for it to change its trend because it's overbought or oversold. Be very careful of that scenario as well. So what I normally do with the RSI is if the RSI is not on extremes and the trade looks good, then I feel pretty safe about the trade as well. That said, I think that will help you. I think that will give you the idea as to the best way to trade. With that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to watch the last video. Till next time.